And before y'all continue to say, but it doesn't ever go real life, they just meant necessary online. Harassing, threatening emails and messages, phone calls, not real life. You have to understand that when this all began, they started going real life. Not only do they have my address and have used it in the past to mail me harassing things, they contacted my therapist and my doctor to interfere with my mental health care plan. And when that failed and they didn't get the results they wanted, they contacted the Board of Health and attempted to have my therapist lose her license. Yes, they go real life. Yes, they feel it necessary to do things like that very easily. They have been doing things like this to me for 3 years. It's not just messages. It's not just phone calls. It's the fact that they have literally spoken to my doctor and my therapist. They have attempted to get my doctor and my therapist in trouble for trying to help me. My doctor and my therapist, I got on my own. I came to California from Florida and I got help. And the entire time I was homeless, I was medicated and in treatment and getting help. What right did this man have to tell his followers it was okay to go after my therapist and my doctor that I need? What right does he have to interfere with my mental health treatment plan? Absolutely none. He gave himself that right because he thinks that he knows better than everybody else. And if you cross him, you deserve to suffer. You deserve to be hurt. And it's not just through messages. I don't know what they plan to do to hurt me this time. They've also, not only they contacted my doctor and my therapist, they contacted my landlord. They contacted the housing authority. They regularly report to the housing authority and the government that I'm lying about my income. So I have to provide extra documents. Literally every 6 months when they do the biannual review, they ask me to send more and more documentation to prove I don't have what these people are calling in and emailing in and telling them I have. In the beginning, I just had to show 3 months statements, 3-month bank statements, which I did. And then they started reporting that I was having money and I was hiding it. So they started asking for 4 months bank statements. And then they started asking for the PayPal bank statements. And I've always been able to give them that because I'm not making any money. Literally nothing. In donations, I get about $100 a month. And I'm allowed to make about $1,000. But they don't believe that. Because Adonis Paul has told them that I'm getting way more, that I have more than anybody else is supposed to have, and I'm a horrible person for it. I'm terrible because I get so much. So many people help me, but nobody is helping me. I'm alone and isolated, and he is a big reason that's why I'm isolated. Because when he started threatening me, he also started threatening everybody who defended me. And that made my circle very, very small because he is a bully with thousands of people who he is willing to unleash on your life. And it's not just messages and mean words. They went after one of my friend's children, contacted the school, sent her messages saying, "Be afraid, we know you have children, you better keep an eye on them." Just because she stood up for me against their lies and slander. Now, if you had a friend who was being attacked and you stood up and you got attacked to the point they went after your children, would you come back and continue fighting or tell others to get into that fight? No. Because the people involved in this are extremely dangerous, and they're willing to hurt your children. They're willing to take your home. They're willing to kill you to get what they want. And what they want now is for me to be silenced. And literally the only way I will be silenced is through death. You can fucking slice my vocal cords and I will learn sign language just to continue constantly speaking out about what you have done. You're not getting rid of me unless you kill me. That's why that's what the threat is. And he's told 13,000 people to do whatever they have to do to get rid of me. 13,000 people have to get, and he's going to blame them. If I continue living and speaking about him, his viewers are to blame for not jumping into action and burning my apartment down, or running me down on the street, or gunning me down. His viewers are to blame for the fact that I woke up this morning, and he's very disappointed in that. He himself went after my little brother's grave. He got $1,500 in a live stream fundraiser to urinate on my handicapped brother's grave. When my mother died, he sent my aunt to the grave with a bottle of apple juice. These are the kind of things that they feel are necessary behavior. Just so it's clear what this group finds as necessary and reasonable is absolutely dangerous to the people that they're attacking.